All right, today we're going to talk about your offer and what your offer is all about. Share if you want to where you're at in your business. I want you to feel empowered because here's what I know for sure. If you're not empowered about your offer, then you're not making it. Or if you are making it, you're making it a weak offer. You're making it kind of like, well, la 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 la. You're not making it like a strong, you've got to work with me because here's what I can do with you. I want to make sure that you feel really good about it. Imposter syndrome. This is a serious problem with a lot of coaches. And if you don't feel that at this moment, then congratulations. That's fantastic. But what I want to make sure is that I help you see how to create an offer where you will be able to deliver it without feeling an imposter syndrome kind of day or a moment. Because look, we're not meant to coach everyone. We're meant to coach only the people we know how to coach. When you understand how to make an offer that's really aligned with you, as I just mentioned, I believe you'll make more offers, which means you'll get paid more. Look, all of this comes down to numbers. The more offers you make, the more money you're going to make. The more confident that you feel, the more offers you're going to make. And then if your offer is right for you, you're going to actually get really good testimonials. Because if your offer is right for you, you're going to be the best person to deliver it and people are going to love it. And nobody's going to buy one thing from you and get a different result. They're all going to get the result that you told them about because your offer is going to be aligned. Today, I'm going to talk about the mistakes that you might be making, and then I'll share with you, excuse me, the formula for making an offer. This is, by the way, one of the exact steps in our coaching process. My offer, to get this clear for you so that you could say at the end what your offer is, my offer is to help you get clients for your coaching business. My clients need to learn how to use the tech without feeling like they're going to scream or throw their computer out the window. My clients want to get comfortable with putting themselves out there. They're like, oh, I hate that idea of like having to put my life on social media. And you really don't have to. And some of you guys will want to. At this moment, what would you have there? What would be the three things? Your offer is to help somebody. What is it that they're going to get from you? What does your person want? Do you know what your ideal client wants? And what is it that they want to have, to be, to change? Your offer solves those things. Your offer gets people those things. Do you know what it is that they really want? Or do you know what you think that they want? That's a big difference, guys. So let me talk about the mistakes that you might be making as of right now. This is a funny one. Believing that people want to buy coaching. I know you're like, wait, what are we doing here? People don't want to buy coaching. They want to buy a solution. They want to buy a change. They want to buy a result. They want to buy out of where they feel. They don't care about how many sessions you have. This is always the question that I get. I have 6 sessions for this price. What do you think? And I'm always like, I don't know. And people think I'm being a smarty. I'm just like, I don't know. What is it that your person wants? And what are you going to give them? They don't really want to buy your coaching. They want to buy a change. They want to buy a transformation. They want to buy their way out of the problem. People pay for the solution to get out of the pain that they're in. Number 2 is trying to make an offer that everybody's going to say yes to. The only offer you should be selling is the offer that is right for you, not right for them. We make our offers right by confidently knowing what they are and by marketing them. We make them right by marketing them. You could, if you believe in your offer, you could sell anything. That's the only thing we have to worry about. Is the offer right for you? Because then it will be right for everybody else. Who is the favorite person? If you could sit down and think about what your dream client would be, who would they be, and what would be their characteristics? How would they act? How would they show up? What would they do? I love action takers. That's what I love. I love people who are like, I'm here to take some action. Those are my favorite people to work with. You do not want to make an offer based on your competitors. If you make an offer based on your competitors, your offer is not going to be good. The only person who can make your offer is you. The only person who can make your offer is you. Thinking that your offer is going to be right if you get the right number of sessions is also wrong. A coach that I used to work with would say, look, do you want to go to the dentist and spend an hour having him pull your tooth, or do you want to spend 1 minute having him pull it? Which one do you want to pay for? 1 minute, pull the tooth. The number of sessions, if you can get somebody to the result faster, They don't want to stay with you for a year. They want to get it done fast. The number of sessions depends on how quickly you can get them results. They don't care about how much time. You will know if your client needs accountability, if they're going to want accountability, if they're going to want hand holding. A lot of our clients want hand holding and they like that. But the thing is, I like to deliver that. Do you like to give that level of support? Is the other question. Let's walk through the 4 steps for creating your offer. This is about alignment. It first starts with your niche, really knowing your niche, this is not a niche training, but this is the key. You have to know your niche. You have to know what the problem is. You have to know that you can solve it. And the timeline, that number of weeks, is the last part. That's the least part of the whole problem, or a whole part of the problem or the offer. The first step is that niche clarity. Do you really know what the big problem is? I work with people on messaging, and this is really the most challenging part, especially if you are really immersed in your own work. Because if you're immersed in your own work, you almost have a language that's different than your person that is laying awake at 11 o'clock at night and they're thinking about something. You're saying it in an eloquent way, and they're not. They have this real problem and a real thought of what's really happening in their life, in their career, in their relationships. What is that? What is that one? By the way, we cannot help everyone. We can't. What's the one big problem that you can help somebody with? Because here's the beautiful thing. Once you help somebody with the one big problem, you can, once they're your client, you can coach them on anything you want. This is not bait and switch. I'm just saying, we all know that there's a lot more to a problem than the one problem. What will people pay to solve? If you know what their problem is, let's be honest. Will they give you their money today to solve it? Not, oh, that sounds so fun. After the summer's over, I'll get with you. That's not the right problem then, because they're going to wait till the end of the summer. I'll pay you then. No, that's not the right problem. Will they pay to solve it? Even more important question is, can you solve the problem? Over-promising is so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. There's not one person that I ever promised they're going to get a client. Do you know why? Which you might be like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? I don't know what you're going to do. I don't need, it's like a weight loss coach saying, I'm going to promise and guarantee you're going to lose weight. You don't know if I'm eating a candy bar at night. Seriously, I can't promise that. What can I promise? I have the parts of my program and my coaching that I can guarantee that I know what I'm doing and I know I can help you with. The rest of it, I can encourage you, I can provide accountability, but there's a part that's on you. So that is true for every one of you. Don't overpromise. This again is about imposter syndrome. If you overpromise something that you can't guarantee, you're going to be showing up that way, feeling yucky about it. You're going to be like, I don't know, what do I do to get this person to do the thing? I don't worry about that. I know I'm very upfront with people like, look, this works if you do the work. The second step is defining and understanding what this real problem is. Why do they want to solve it? And why now? That why now is something you absolutely need to answer. And why now could change because it's April 21st to May 21st. I'm serious. It could be, depending on what your coaching is, why now could be a different, because there's something different going on, let's say in the world or the seasons or their life or whatever, why they would do it today compared to May 21st. Why now do they want to do it? You need to be able to describe it better than they can. And this is, I already mentioned it, but it means that you have to describe it really simply. And you have to point out to them what it's costing them. What is it costing somebody to wait and not get any help? What is that emotional toll? I just have this thought about all the moms in the world who put themselves on the back burner and they send their kids to summer camp and they do this and they do that. And they're like, I'll get to my time. What does it cost? If I was a parenting coach, I might be saying resentment towards your kids, being mad at your husband, showing up and acting pissy in your household because you're mad that they get everything and you don't, whatever it might be. You got to be able to describe what it is emotionally, mentally, or financially, what waiting costs. What waiting costs for a lot of the people that I work with is they give up. If they don't come and do the work, they just give up. They say, well, that didn't work anyway. and they give up. So know what that is so you can really point it out to them. The third step is to create your signature offer. You're the expert in what, if all of us had the exact same certification, we all had the same modality for doing something, whatever that is, because a lot of our spiritual coaches have Reiki or whatever it is that they do. Every one of us would talk about it in a different way. Every one of us would put a different spin on it. We would all have a different approach because every one of us had a different life experience. This is where I say there is no competition, zero competition. The only competition there is what we make up in our mind. I have zero competitors in the business space, zero, because there's nobody who knows what I know. Nobody's been doing this 26 years. Like, I know what my value is. Do you know what your value is? When you really see that you're the expert, this is again all about showing up strong in your business. No, this is my specialty. So let's look at your expert solution and how you would map that out. I'm going to talk about your point of view, and then there's the client's point of view. Let me move on here. I'm going to show you some examples. What do you need to teach somebody? Typically, the offer map that I'm going to show you in a minute, there's the point of view of what the client thinks they need, and then there's the point of view of what you know that they need. Now we're talking about what you know that they need. What do you have to teach somebody? And I know we're all coaches, and so it's like we're coming to the session, we're inquiring with them what's going on. But what do you need to teach? Because even general life coaching, we're really all teaching people lessons. What do you need to teach? What do you need to guide them through? What do you need to coach them on? What level of awareness do they need to gain to get the result that you talk to them about? That's what you know. You need to know what that process looks like, and they're going to think they need something else. Like everybody that comes to me is like, look, I just need to get clients. I just need to get clients. And I'm like, okay, but I know what it takes to get clients. There's a few more layers to it that you don't know, like that kind of saying, I know what you don't know kind of thing. I would want you to build a step-by-step process. What I like for you to consider is what's all the things that you know, because we're all multi-passionate women. We've all learned a lot. We've studied a lot. We maybe have taken certifications. We've learned this. We've listened to this. What is it? All those things together. If your person has this one problem, what do you know they have to do? And how do you take all of your processes together and make your method? Can you see how I'm getting ready to make you the expert at one thing? Your method. Like if I was doing life coaching, there's a 5-step framework that I learned in coaching. That was their method. I can use their method, but in reality, even if I was doing life coaching, it's my method because I do it slightly different. What would it look like? You're going to map it out, what it looks like to get a client a result. When they come to you, what do they need to learn? What do they need to understand? What do they need to move through? What do they need to have clarity around? What aha moments do they need to have? That's what's going to be on your map. Focused on one outcome, the one outcome that somebody will pay for. It's essentially going to look something like this. Once you have it all listed out and you make it pretty, it's going to look something like this. You're going to organize your process. Mine's called the Profitable Coach Framework. It's all organized in here. What's your process? What's the steps that everybody has to go through? You would have, by the way, a client-facing one of these versions and an internal. Some of these that I'm showing you are their internal. It's like their method that they look at to know that they're taking the client through the right steps. This is what it would look like. I know that in our business, in our framework, each step builds on the other. That's the same way that these guys have too. I am, by the way, offering an offer audit. If you guys have an offer that you want me to take a look at, I can do that. I'll give you the link at the end for that. That's really what it looks like to create your own method. The next thing is going to be to think about the timeline. Now we say, well, how much time does it take? This is why I say, I don't know how much time it takes because I don't know how you're going to map things out. And if you go back to this right here, how long on step 2, or I guess that says step 1, how long would step 1 take? Like in the best case scenario and the worst case scenario, how long would it take? It might be 2 to 3 weeks. While this is, what is that, 7 steps? It might be, I need 3 weeks for this and 2 weeks for that. And like, you know this well enough, somebody might be, have something else come up that you coach them around. So that's what we want to look at, is what is the timeline to the transformation? This is also going to depend on the level of support that you provide. We literally just had a team meeting yesterday about what other things can I add on that will speed up the progress of our support that we give? What else can I do to help people get things implemented faster? What would yours look like? How would you make somebody else get clarity or a process or success on something? And it could be through accountability. It could be through, I don't know if anybody does Voxer support anymore, but text message support. It could be through you being available to 30-minute sessions a week instead of 1 hour. Please think outside of the box on your offer, you guys, because we do. We're all thinking like we meet with them an hour. That doesn't have to be true either. Tice Glenn, who's not here today, she's our mindset coach. She literally hired a coach for text message coaching only. So you can have your process and support people in any way, and she loves it. She doesn't have time to get on a call with someone. So this is going to be what your timeline would look at. You're going to look at, let's say, the first step, and it's going to be, all right, your first step is probably going to be like getting a baseline, no matter what you're coaching on. It's kind of like, where are you at and how'd you get here and what's really happening? The second step is going to be like, how, and it might not unfold like this, but what is it that they're learning, or what are they going through, or what are they getting worked out or coming out of? And then the third step, whatever it would be. And the fourth step is getting to the end. So however you've got yours mapped out, but for most people, it's going to be the same. If I was going to add more steps in here, it would be like, where would they have resistance? Where would they backslide? Where would they have doubt? Where are they going to have a delay because life's going to happen and they're going to have to take a pause on their coaching? How does that fit into the timeline? Or does it fit into the timeline? Have you allowed space for that? The timeline is the number of sessions, but again, as I'm saying, confusion, resistance, and you should know the roadblocks that your people are going to come against. I was just telling him on our last call, our coaching call this morning, niche is always the thing that people come back to. They literally can get their business built and they come back and they're like, I've been thinking about my niche. And I'm like, oh no, niche is not the problem. We're not changing your niche. We already decided that. Yes, you need to get the right niche, but like we decided that niche isn't the problem. I know that for our clients, the problem is something else. Like you think it's not working fast enough, or you're not comfortable with the marketing, or you haven't been marketing. You have to figure out what the roadblocks really are and know how many sessions it takes to get through those. Once you've mapped out the path to get the result and the time to get there, that's actually the number of sessions that you're going to have. Is your offer good? Would you say that your offer aligns with this? I'd love to hear in the chat. Do you think your offer currently aligns with this? Have you thought through it like this? I know the coaching school that I went to, it was like, do a 6-month program and charge $5,000. That's what they said the offer should be. Just do that. It's like 6 months for what? Maybe nobody wants to work with you for 6 months. And do you want to charge $5,000? That's a whole nother discussion. Do you feel like your offer is good? Does it provide the result that you're selling? These are all pieces that are like a puzzle that fits together. They come in and they see your marketing message. They see you on Instagram. They see you on YouTube. Does all of that make sense? The same messaging, the same understanding lead into your offer, because that's what people are buying. They're coming to you because they saw all these other things out there. Are they all aligned and getting you to the same place? Is the result that you told them about in your marketing message on YouTube the same result that they get at the end? This right here, you guys, is so important. Is it easy to deliver, and is it what you want to deliver? I know that that sounds funny, and some of it you won't know until the end if it really is what you want to deliver. And then will it generate the money that you really have in the hours that you have? While we're not going to go into pricing, I'll just say I had a client that works full time, and she came to me and said she's going to have $100,000 business is what she wanted. And I'm like, okay, how's that going to work if you work full time? She's like, I'm going to have 4 clients. The math didn't really work out, but it was only going to work out if she did group coaching. That's not what she had in mind. So how do you generate the money that you have in the hours to work? For her, it was like you could have 1 hour group coaching that leaves you 3 hours a week to work on your business. We have to be super specific about what you're going to do in those 3 hours. This is an important question. A lot of times, all we do is coach math. I'm going to have 20 clients at $2,000. I'm going to make $24,000. I'm going to do that twice and I'm going to make $48,000 in the year. It doesn't work out like that. There's a business that you have to run in between there too. When you have an offer that you really understand, if you had it all mapped out and you really loved it, you don't feel pushy when you sell it. Check in with yourself. If you don't love what you're selling, I'm like, no, people need help. I felt pushy selling something where they didn't get the help. I want to give the help. Is there something like that in you? If you're not making the offers, why? What feels off? If you have to convince somebody, why? What's wrong? And again, we're not going to get into price, but if you have to convince somebody the price, then just lower the price. My goodness. Sell it at a price that feels good to you. It's easy to be good at selling when you're confident and when you know you can deliver it. There's no imposter syndrome. When you know you can deliver it, you know it works, you know from your own experience that you can get somebody there. That's it. Coaching is a luxury. While I am so delighted that coaching is growing, the growth is, I think the number for 2030 is expected to be 6 billion, billion. Like it's huge. The opportunity for all of us is huge. Our only job is to make ourselves known, but it's huge, but still, it's a luxury. Nobody has to buy it. That's why for us in the beginning stages of our business, it's important that we are not doing what I would call desired based outcomes. I always say Tony Robbins, like he can do, or Rhonda Byrne or somebody, they can do desired based outcomes because they have huge businesses, like they have a different name. In the beginning, the people that we're going to most likely convert the fastest, who will pay us today, they have a problem and they're going to pay today to get it solved. If it's like this dreamy stuff out there, you can always wait on that. Most people don't know the value of coaching. Even though it's growing so much, we still have to explain it to them. And it's our job to reveal to them what it looks like. That is through what you say, that's through understanding their problem better than what you understand it. You got to find the niche with the problem. You got to create the right offer. And then you have to market it, guys. Sorry to tell you that too. You got to market it. The 4 steps. You want to come up with your methodology. We have the Profitable Coach Framework, this is our book, the Profitable Coach Framework, but you might have a blueprint. We have a roadmap inside of our framework, which is our offer map. This just gives you something to talk about in a different way. How are you going to coach? How will you coach? How does that fit with what you do? Another consideration, whatever is on your roadmap can be done privately or in group, either one, because it's your proprietary process that you take people through. And it doesn't like I can do my whole thing in group or private. Which one do you want to do? You could start with private, which is the easiest to sell, the fastest, and then you could move to group. I talked about niche, problem, clarity. I talked about defining the problem better than what they know it. Understanding your signature solution. Please tell me, not right now, but go back and do this work and please come back and tell me what your framework's going to be called or your solution or your something. It's so fun to have that figured out and to know what it is. And now you know what to say in your marketing. It really does change everything. And then outline that timing process. Once you have your offer, it's time to sell it. This is the one offer that you are perfectly suited to sell and deliver. I hope I'm exciting you guys. If you get this down right, you should not be worried about putting yourself out there because you have an offer that you understand, that you can even tell somebody it takes. Like, for example, our coaching is 6 months. It is not 6 months by chance. It's 6 months because our process takes 22 weeks and 6 months is 26 weeks. I give you 4 weeks of flexibility in there, but it's 6 months because of that. It's not just 6 months. So how do you sell it if you have nobody to sell it to? This is where we get into the reality of it. In our pricing workshop, which I did last month, I'm talking about if you want to make this much money, how many people does that take and where do you get that many clients? It's the same way with the offer. Like knowing your offer is only part of it, but how are you going to get 5 clients to it? In the beginning of our business, we spent a lot of time working on getting all these things right because it feels so good and we feel like we're making such progress, like the dopamine, right? It's all charged up because we're getting all the things we want. But if we don't put ourselves out there and talk to people, then like all this work and effort isn't anything. Marketing is required to sell. How much marketing is required to sell? Like in that bracket, how many people do you want to work with? every week, or every month? And honestly, most coaches don't even have anywhere idea where to start. Marketing, I always say this, please hear me on this. Marketing is like the ATM to your business. It's the only path to clients. It doesn't matter how good your offer is, it doesn't matter how good your price is, your logo is, your colors are, anything is. The only way you're ever going to get clients is if you market your business. And it's the one thing that we'd like to outsource to somebody else. And while I have beautiful team members, in the beginning, they can't do that for you. You have to do it for yourself. It really only comes down to you telling people, are you doing that? Are you doing that? So, marketing, it could be on social media. If marketing is feeling overwhelming and scary, it's really honestly because most people don't know how to do it. In reality, the problem is most people are not sure if they're doing it right. They're not sure if they're saying it right. They're not sure, am I holding the phone right? Am I doing all the things? Did I edit it right? I don't want to look like an idiot. I don't want to accidentally put something out there that's wrong. In reality, that's really the problem. It is a skill to be learned, right? Having your signature offer is only one part of the equation. I'm sure people have questions about their niche. I want to talk to you about our upcoming summit. You don't know where to find people. That question right there is, again, another one like, but where do I find my people? You're not sure about your price. Every one of those things, if you don't like sending emails, every one of those things will keep you, will, your business won't work if you don't do all those things. In order to have the income that you desire, you have to solve the marketing problem. Where will you market? That's the decision that has to be made. What will you say when you market? That's the gap that is keeping people stuck, is that they don't know their niche. Well, I should say offer was one of the things that was keeping people stuck. But hopefully now you also, there's probably a few other gaps as well. Getting clients is a skill that's learned. I'm going to tell you how we can support you through that. I hope that you've now know how to make the offer, and let's talk about the other ways that we can show you how we can support you in getting the offer out there to the world. I always say this is like going to college one time. You have to go learn the skill. As somehow we think when we become a coach, whether you've been to the school of life coaching, and I mean your own life experience, or if you've actually been certified, either one are great. But like, why is it that we think we should have an online business and know how to do it without somebody teaching us? Your kids can't teach you how to do social media because what they're going to teach you is not your social media for your business, right? You have to learn how to do it one time. I would love to talk to you guys about creating a sustainable business where you learn how to attract clients, your best clients, those favorite clients that you want to work with, where you attract the people that will pay, where you have an offer that people will buy, where you have pricing that you feel good about, that makes sense, and that you can sell without feeling pushy or salesy or sleazy, where you know how to use the tech. And oh my goodness, one that actually gives you the life that you want. Because I have to say, for a lot of you guys on the call, I know I don't know everybody here, but I could bet that you're working too many days. I bet you there's not a day off. I bet you there's not a day that you don't do your business. And while we say we do our business because we love it so much, eventually that's not sustainable. You got to create boundaries in your business as well. I want to share with you options to help you get to the goal. I want to introduce you to Christine is on, she's in the chat. She is, I haven't announced this to our clients, but she took over the Facebook group. She's always been part of my team for years, but she's now our client support star inside of our community. I tell you, she knows everything, where everything is, how to do everything, and she also knows all the tech that we teach and every tech probably that you use. It's very exciting to have her in the face group in that role. We also have Thais, who's not here. She's off this week on spring break with her kids, but she's our mindset coach so that I can assure if I teach you something, you do it. I can't make you do it, but most of the time there's something in there that's keeping you from doing it. I want to talk to you about the Business Building Boutique, and I absolutely am going to talk to you about the summit because that alone is the most exciting opportunity. And we're basically at the time when we need to make a decision about the summit. Inside of the Business Building Boutique, what I really specialize in is answering questions. While we have a framework, we have all the guides, everything you can copy, everything you can use of our shortcuts, all the things. We teach the tech, everything. What really moves the needle for people is where I answer questions, where I help you decide, yes, your niche is right, or no, you should fine tune that, or yes, this message sounds right, or no, it doesn't. And I just say, 26 years I've been doing this. I do have a lot of experience on my side. We teach you everything, like even how to write a marketing message. This will help you stop not wanting to do the marketing because you'll finally know how to do it. And it's all personalized to the level of understanding that you have It doesn't matter whether you're 30 or 77. We mostly work with people over 50, but we have 30, 40, 25. It doesn't matter. We personalize it to your level of understanding. We give you the next steps. Every single call that you're on, it's like, well, what are you doing and what do you need to do next? We provide accountability and support. I have one AI tool that the coaches are using right now called Pixie, and we have two other tools that I haven't added to the portal yet, ladies. One's called Picasso and one's called Einstein. Those have not been added. This is what it looks like. We do group coaching, and I'll just tell you, we do group coaching because the questions, and we have clients on here that could testify to this, the questions that somebody asked are questions, and that I just answered in our calls earlier, are questions that you didn't even know you even had. They're questions that you would have never have asked. Pamela's on here, and Pamela's face is right on this thing. We're not like scroll through the screens of the people. This is what our calls look like. We provide you with graphics, anything that I have in my entire Canva, which is thousands of things, actually. I think 2,000 things. You can have access to any of it. We have trainings. We have a Facebook community. We have a tech university where we teach the tech. We have this brand new accountability tracker where we tell you what to do every week. If you're somebody who's like, just tell me and I'll do it. We have a lot of people who like step by step. We will give you a monthly video feedback on this, and you can share this document with us and give you the course correction that you need. We give you the path to clients, and then we help you put it into practice. This is the gold right here, the Design Live Thrive Summit. Just to give you a quick backstory, we're getting ready to have our 5th summit. A few years ago, I was like, what is the 2 things that our clients still need? After going through this process, what do they need? One was credibility, and mostly credibility and expert status from their family and their friends and their coworkers. That's mostly who they needed it. Like a stranger believes that they're qualified, but those people don't. How do I help them get expert status? And then how do I help you grow your business without paid ads? Because the marketing that we do, that I teach, is all without paid ads. I don't believe any of you should be running paid ads yet. Okay. If you know you're interested in that, make sure you schedule a call. We only have a few spots left. I'm going to show you everything that comes with the summit. This is part of our VIP program. It is literally building a business in the business. These are some of the speakers that are actually on the call right now that will be at our next summit happening September 10th, 11th at 12. Just a quick overview as we help you do all these things, but let me show you at a deeper level. We have a website where we promote you. We create all the graphics with your picture on it. We write all of the social media captions. We write, if you want to do reels, we write every single one of your reels. If you want to just have your face on video. We write all the emails personalized for you. I pay for ads, running ads to the summit. It's marketing collaboration with 30 coaches and myself and my whole list. The summit is not for me to grow my business. It's for our coaches to grow their business. This is a really cool opportunity. It's a way for you to have lead generating marketing materials created for you. We help you figure out exactly how to create a signature talk that you can use over and over. Once it's done, we edit it for you and you can give it back, put it on YouTube. You can send it to somebody to tell them you're a speaker. It's different than the workshops. Like right now, I'm presenting a workshop. We have a workshop framework, and then we have a speaking framework. We also help you create a freebie. We teach you how to sell the freebie, and we have an entire training separately on that. And then we have coaching calls for it. And while we have 2 coaching calls scheduled a month for that right now, we open up towards the end all the extra coaching calls to make sure you get everything done. We review everything you do, including watching your talks, everything. That's after we've approved your title and your script and your everything. It's really, you leave here feeling confident. The most exciting thing is we have this VIP ticket upgrade. We sell the VIP tickets for you. People can buy it for $27. They get 2 coaching sessions. And after you give your summit talk, they can book their calls. Actually, before your summit talk, they can book their calls. People who've never had calls booked end up with calls booked on their calendar. We have people that down here at the bottom sold her biggest package ever. We have somebody who months after during the summit had somebody who came from the summit. You actually get to be on a couple of my podcasts. Most of our coaches, I think everybody that spoke at the last summit had anywhere from 6 to Actually, I think Soul had like 40 calls booked or something. I don't know what the number was, but it was a lot. Some of you guys had calls with Soul. And then we provide after summit support. This is outside of our regular coaching. This is Thais, where we are actually strategizing on what do you do after the summit with the people who opted into be in your world. How do we stay connected with those people? Also, Christine, who's on here, you have access to work with Christine for an hour at a time, which is really cool because she knows our process, she knows our system. If you ever have a tech problem, you can hire Christine for an hour to do anything. Our process works. I'm not going to read the testimonials. We have lots of testimonials out there. What I will say is our bonuses end on Friday night. I have 6 spots open for a private business assessment. This is an add-on, 6 spots. You have to be talking to me before Friday. There is discount on our programs, depends on which program you want to join. We have payments without upcharges. June, I start our YouTube training, and in August, I'm starting a Substack training because I just started on Substack. So I'm going to figure out how to nail it and get good at it. And then this is really close to your last chance to be in the summit. We have 30 spots available, and I think 23 of them, I believe, are sold. There's very few spots available for the summit, which is September 12th.